got the cream, Gillis. You're a good cop, but you're a lousy gopher.
Wait a minute.
I take it all back.
Okay. Guess it's kind of hard to function. It's the first graveyard shift I've pulled in months.
They reassign you?
No, I trade shifts with Lucas. I usually ride with Webster.
I sure like Webster. He's a good man. He mixes it up sometimes, but he's good for the force. Keeps him dynamic.
Hey, Larry, about that hold-up man at the gas station. He really taught me something. Never would have spotted him.
It's like I tell every rookie I work with. You can always spot a criminal. I mean, there's something in their hands or their eyes. If they've got a gun in their hands or a mask on their face, they're probably a criminal.
You know, I haven't ridden with too many senior officers. Most of them seem to be kind of hard-nosed, hate the job, just putting in their 20 to retire. But you're not like that. You enjoy your work, you like people.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't hurt you too much when you find out that I'm giving notice at the end of the week.
I don't understand. Why?
Some family problems.
Carter, Gillis, 459 alarm at Imperial Cleaners.
Oh, come on, you're kidding. I'm there every other night. I wish they'd get that alarm fixed. Well, Willie, we better roll on it. Why don't you give the dispatcher a reading on it?
Okay. This is Ludlow 9. We're in the alley behind Imperial Cleaners.
Ludlow 9 at 10-4.
Northern Street, 10. Northern 8.
It's probably just a drunk asleep in a trash bin. Come on, let's check it out.
Ambulance 89,
Not a sound. Patrol, this is Ludlow 9. Officer needs help and ambulance. An alley behind Imperial Cleaners.
Roger, Ludlow 9er, we'll cover.
the alarm 1944.
Archer, are you still alive? No. What happened? Someone fired at us and they took off down the alley.
Didn't you at least return their fire?
I came to help Karcher.
Yeah, well, you sure did them a lot of good, didn't you?
Gentry and Karcher rode together their first 2 years. They were pretty tight.
Maybe he's right. Maybe I should have gone after him.
That's the most difficult decision you'll ever have to make, Gillis. To go after the suspect or come back to the aid of your partner. And it always turns out the same way. There's always one guy who will tell you you made the wrong choice.
I guess I should have just...
Done what? Going after the suspect and left Karcher? What if Karcher was still alive? What if you went after that punk and you got him and Karcher died because there was no one there to stop the bleeding or call an ambulance? You can if yourself right into the psycho ward if you let yourself, Gillis. All right, we'll turn this over to the detectives, see if they can come up with something. Yeah, come in.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just tired.
Give me Phyllis, will you? This is Riker.
When you're through here, maybe we can grab some breakfast, then get some rest, huh?
Okay.
Phillips, when you get a minute, come down here to my office. I want to go over this Karcher case with you. Right. Okay, Gillis, that's it. If we have any other questions, we'll give you a call.
Lieutenant, what about his family? Have they been notified yet?
We had some trouble locating them. Karcher and his wife have been separated for a few months.
He, told me he was having family problems. He was leaving the force.
His records just came down from processing. Go fight the world.
Lieutenant, does he have any children?
Little girl.
Can I make the notification?
Leave this up to someone else, Gillis. Go home and get it off your mind. You'll be much better off.
I'm afraid it's not that easy to shake, Lieutenant. If it's all the same to you, I think I should be the one to tell his family.
I'll go with him.
Here's the address where your cities.
Thank you, sir. Lieutenant? How do I do it? What do I say?
There is no easy way, Gillis. There's no step-by-step do-it-yourself instruction sheet. Just look into the woman's eyes and you tell her husband is dead. If you find an easier, softer way, let me know.
Jeanette, honey, it's time to get up. Mama's gonna fix us breakfast.
Who is it?
Officers Webster and Gillis, Mrs. Karcher.
We'd like to speak to you for a minute, please.
Oh, about what?
It's about Larry.
Oh, you friends of his from the department?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, come on in.
Thank you.
Well, make yourselves at home. But I might as well tell you, I know what you're here about. Now, your wives put up with your being cops, and you don't see why it should be my place to tell Larry to choose between his job and his family.
We're not here about that, Mrs. Karcher.
Well, then what are you here about?
Larry and I were riding the morning shift together, and about 4:30, we received a call of a burglary in progress.
He's been hurt. My God, how bad is it?
He died, Mrs. Karcher.
No. Oh, he was just quitting. For the first time since he became a cop, I'd stopped worrying about him.
Do you have any close friends here in the building, Mrs. Karcher?
What?
Any friends?
Oh, Marion.
Where does she live?
She lives next door.
I'll get her, okay?
We were getting back together again. He was going to work for my father. It's starting in 3 weeks. Why did he let it happen now? Why? Was this his way of punishing me for making him quit? I would have gone back to him. I swear I would. I loved him so much. Please, please, God, don't let it be true. No. There's nothing without him. Nothing.
Why don't you, sit down, okay?
How's he doing?
I don't know, Lieutenant. He took what happened to Mrs. Karcher bad.
She's gonna be just fine. The bullet didn't hit any vital organ.
How you doing?
I shouldn't let her get close to me, Lieutenant. That's the point they drive home at the academy, right? Never let a despondent person have access to your weapon.
Yeah, but you weren't in uniform. And no one would have known your weapon was there but the wife of a policeman.
Yeah, it was natural for you to try to console her, Willie.
I'm responsible, aren't I, Lieutenant?
Yes, I'd say you are, Gillis. It was your fault. You made a mistake, but cops do that from time to time. All cops.
No, it wasn't a mistake, Lieutenant, and it wasn't a question of judgment. He never pulled off one shot. Now, I am telling you, Lieutenant, that rookie is gun shy. Now, he just might have gotten Karcher's killer if he'd used his gun.
According to the report that Gillis handed in, he never had a clear shot at, nor could he make positive identification of the target. Now, that might have been the suspect, Gentry, or it might not have been. I'd rather Gillis do what he did than open fire under those conditions.
Oh, sure. Well, that sounds great on paper, Lieutenant. But it doesn't go down so smooth in the locker room. There's talk. Some of the men won't accept an assignment with Gillis because they know he will not back them up when it comes to a shootout.
Now, let's put this thing where it belongs. If you have any complaints against Gillis, you write them up and file for review. If not, back off, Gentry, and tell your locker room buddies to do the same. Holder.
Find Webster and send him in here.
He's on duty, Lieutenant. Should be checking back any time now. I'll send him right in.
I want to know about Gillis.
Well, go ahead and ask, Lieutenant.
Well, you and Danko know him better than anyone else on the force. Would you say he's a little slow on the trigger?
Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, I think Willie would rather not use a gun. I hope there are one or two others around here who feel the same way. Me, for one.
Me for two.
Hope you like cold cheese and burnt crust. This pizza just wasn't happening.
Oh, did you make that yourself?
You better grab a piece before it's too late, Willie.
Oh, no thanks. I'm not hungry.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Hey, Willie, she's much better tonight. She's gonna make it.
Oh, I know that, Jill. It's just that, well, I'm trying to figure this thing out. There was something that happened in that alley last night. I just can't recall. I keep drawing a blank.
Well, why don't we fill in the blank? Karcher went down. You heard footsteps.
That's right, but I couldn't see anything after the lights were shot out.
How about the guys from the lab? They turn up anything on the roof?
A lot of dust and empty wine bottles.
Wine bottles? Yeah, just before we left the unit, we heard breaking glass. Karcher said it was probably a drunk.
Not necessarily, William. It could have been the suspect breaking a bottle to try to divert your attention.
What are you saying? I shouldn't check it out?
No, what he is saying is that why don't we check it out together? But in the daylight, when we can see what we're going after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't look like anything's changed.
Yeah, well, not surprising. I don't think this place gets too many visitors. Where were you when it happened?
Right beside the car.
And where do you suppose the sound of breaking glass came from?
I think right over in there somewhere.
An old guy. Short. Gray hair. He's shriveled up like a prune. Got about a week's growth of beard. A wino. Have you seen him?
Sure, pal, sure. There's 5 guys in here that look like that. Take your pick.
Now, this guy sleeps out in the alley behind Imperial Cleaners. I looked out there, but I couldn't find him. I looked down every alley for 10 blocks.
Oh, yeah, that's Parley McPherson. He was here. He just left. Comes in here every day about this time, regular, for a bottle of belly wash I sell him. I'll bet you 8 to 5 he's out and back right now down in that stuff. Hey, what are you looking for Red for?
It's personal.
Wine bottle. Cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Suppose it was thrown to distract you?
No. No, if it was thrown from over by the cleaners, the glass would have spread out more.
Then it was dropped. Yeah? Hey.
What?
Think you ought to come down before you fall off of this thing?
Came up here because nobody usually bothers me here. And I don't bother nobody else.
What do you do with your empties? Throw them over the side?
Toss them in the trash can. Sometimes I miss. You gonna bust me for littering?
Oh, no. We just want you to, come down and have a little talk with us, huh?
Please, don't put me back in. I just done 90 days, and I don't have enough for bail.
Oh, no. Just want you to come down and talk to us about, what happened a couple of nights ago. What's your name, anyway?
Red McPherson.
Red McPherson?
Mm-hmm.
Red McPherson, you think, you're steady enough to come down? Huh?
Yeah, I can make it.
Okay, let's try. Careful.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Easy.
Okay. All right.
Easy. Okay.
You saw it, didn't you?
Heard some shooting. I didn't see nothing.
Did anyone climb this fire escape after the shooting?
Oh, come on, Red. Come on. Did you see anyone?
There. That's him. That's the one. I saw him.
Wait here, Red.
Karcher's murder.
He's turning up the hill on Summit.
Suspect moving north on Summit. Ludlow 9, still in pursuit. Drop it.
Don't do it, Gentry.
You got a dead prisoner, Gillis.
Put that gun away. We're taking him in.
Get off my back, rookie. That is a scum who killed Karcher. Now, either you waste him or get out of my way. If you haven't got the stomach for it, and let a man do it.
You pull that trigger, I'll have you up on charges, I swear it.
Why, he's no more than a vicious animal, don't you know that? What do you think he... If he walks away from this because some gun-shy kid couldn't...
He won't walk away from this.
Some smart lawyer will have him out in 2 days.
They're not gonna get this one out. We've got an eyewitness.
I waited, just like you said, but I got thirsty. I needed a drink bad. You're not them.
Who?
The policeman who told me to wait for him.
Sure I am. And you waited, just like I told you.
Oh, no, I didn't. I went off and got myself a bottle.
Now you need a place to sleep it off. And I'm gonna take you there.
They ain't gonna like it. They told me to wait for him, and you wasn't one of them.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna take you to the same place they were.
Nurse Danko.
Yes.
Your husband's on the force, isn't he? One of the night nurses told me.
Yes, Mike and Willie graduated from the academy together.
Are you happy being married to a police officer?
Yes. I wouldn't have chosen it for him, but it's what he does and what he enjoys doing. Are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm okay. I'll be fine.
I know you will.
Yeah, but when we got back to the alley, he's gone.
Did you check the area?
Everywhere. Came up empty.
There's a bar around there somewhere called the Lowlife.
And we checked it. Peterson was in there asking questions just before we spotted him. And the bartender only knows McPherson's red.
Well, let's try R&I. Name is familiar. I think he's been busted here sometime.
Betty, please. $25. Don't make me spend the weekend here. I know, Betty, but I just got out 2 weeks ago. 2 hours. They'll let me out in 2 hours if you can come down here with 25. I know, Betty. I'm sorry, but... Betty? Hello? Hello?
Okay, Red. Come on.
Let me call my sister back, please. Let me dine.
One call, Red, unless you want to call your lawyer.
I got no lawyer.
Oh.
Is it time to eat yet?
Well, we hurry up and get you back to your cell.
I'm ready.
Did you tell her we can't release you till you've sobered up a bit?
She knows.
I'm sure she does. Why don't you use the time to catch a little sleep?
After dinner.
Coffee first, dinner later.
Male, Caucasian, 60, 65, 5'11", 155, gray hair.
Well, we're not going to get very far with Red, not with a name like McPherson. So try the also known as file, see if you can find anything there.
Well, Red is a pretty common alias, Lieutenant.
There must be 1,000 Reds in the file.
Well, maybe the right one is there, too. We have no evidence. Nothing to tie Karcher's murder to Peterson. Nothing. We're not without that witness. So find him. If you can't come up with anything there, query the computer using every first initial in the alphabet until you find a description that matches ours. I know we've arrested him before.
Hey, Gillis. Where is your eyewitness?
We'll find him.
You better. You'd better, Gillis, or you're going to have a lot of Larry Karcher's friends to answer to. Starting with me. And that's no threat, rookie. That's the truth you're going to have to live with.
Yeah, this is Miss Danko.
Hi, it's me. How's Mrs. Karcher doing?
Much better.
Good. But can she have visitors?
Why don't you give her until tomorrow, Willie? Okay?
Okay. Thanks, Jill. See you tomorrow, huh?
Okay, bye-bye.
My wife called the bondsman last night. Why does it take so long?
And there ain't no judge gonna get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, sign a writ.
You getting out soon?
Yeah, well, my bail ain't gonna be so easy to get up.
5,000?
Yeah, well, why don't you try 25, maybe 30, huh?
What'd they rip you off for?
Wasting a cop.
McPherson! McPherson? McPherson?
Oh, is Betty here?
Yeah. I don't know why, but she wants to take you home. Let's go. Go into the booking office.
Okay, you can see her for a minute, but she's tired and she's still weak.
Thanks. Just let me know when I should leave, okay?
Right.
Hi.
Hi.
Gillis, isn't it?
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Oh, fine.
Mrs. Karcher, Larry was a good officer. He was always there when people needed him.
I know. He liked people. He always wanted to help them. And now it's me who needs his help. And his daughter needs him. I'm sorry. I hear you have a suspect.
Yes, ma'am, we do. But we don't have a solid case against him just yet.
Willie, do me a favor, please. If he's guilty, get him for me. Put him away, please.
Willie?
I have to go right now, but I'll be back and see you again. Take care.
Thank you.
Buren! Who? Get your stuff together. You're going home.
This is my first and last time in the buckets.
Hey, good luck, Buren. Hey, listen, will you do me a favor when you get out? I want you to talk to...
What are you doing?
The guy that I had a few hours ago. That old wino. I gotta get him. Or I'm dead. Hey, you get back in that bunk and you lie still. And when they come later, you can tell them I knocked you out, too.
Sure. I'll lie back and watch you try. Buren, let's go.
Hey,
You're running late.
Yeah, I know.
You stopped by to see Mrs. Karcher?
Uh-huh.
How is she?
Very anxious, Mr. Nell Peterson.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Gillis, are you in here? Yeah. He is gone, Gillis.
Who's gone?
Peterson. He made a clean break from the jail downtown. So now we got nothing, Gillis. No eyewitness. No cop killer. Nothing but you and your miserable little bleeding heart. You hear me, rookie? You know what you did out near that bridge? I am talking to you, Gillis.
Yeah. We got the message, so why don't you just lighten up, huh?
No way, not now. You know how many of us you might wind up killing, Gillis?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that we have to go out and bring Peterson back in. He's already killed one cop. You think he's going to stop and think about killing another one?
And you're blaming him for that? He didn't open up that cell door. He didn't put Peterson out on the street.
And he didn't kill him when he had the chance. He didn't do it. And he wouldn't let anybody else do it. You're just going to sit there? Or are you going to answer anything I've said to you?
You really didn't say anything worth answering.
Oh, well, I tell you what, then, maybe you could do me a favor. In case Peterson gets me, don't you be the one to tell my wife. See, I don't want her with one of your bullets in her. You'll do that for me, won't you, Gillis?
Don't you turn your back on me, rookie. Hey, this isn't the end of it, I'm telling you. We're gonna get it on one day, Gillis, and there isn't gonna be anybody in the middle.
There's a gymnasium in this building. I'll have the physical training officer set up a time and a place for the two of you. Now is not the time, and this locker room sure as hell isn't the place. Now bust it up. Come on. Thank you. I'm having Alder handle the muster this morning. I want you to drive me downtown so I can talk to them about Peterson's escape. Webster, have you come up with anything on this McPherson character?
Yeah, his real name is Lloyd, Lieutenant. He's a transient. His sister lives in the city.
Are you talking about Red McPherson, Lieutenant?
That's right.
Booked him for drunk last night just before I went off duty.
You mean to tell me he's been in the drunk tank down at Division all this time? Webster, you and Gillis find this guy or his sister and get a fix on him fast. Danko, come on.
Hello, is this Betty? Red McPherson's sister? Yeah, well, hi. Yeah, I'm a friend of your brother's. I was in the tank with him last night. Say, he left something behind. $10. Yeah, I found it under the pillow he was sleeping on. I just got out myself, and no one read. Well, I figured he could use this kind of money. You know where I can find him now? Yeah, well, thank you, Betty. Oh, I'll tell him. Yeah, now don't you worry, huh? No, I don't think he'll be bothering you anymore. In fact, I know he won't. You or anybody else.
You were asleep on your bunk and he hit you from behind. Why would he need to hit you if you were asleep?
Well, not asleep. Just lying there with my eyes closed, you know?
He hit you on the back of the head while you were lying on your side.
That'd be a little awkward, wouldn't it? I guess. But it put me under.
You must have raised quite a lump. You better get the doctor up here, Danko.
Hey, that's okay. It's all right.
When did you get that $20 bill?
What $20 bill?
The 20 that we found tucked in the toe of your shoe that you didn't have when you were booked. Huh? Accomplice to a jailbreak. That's a felony. It's a shame. DA told me this morning they cannot find probable cause to file in your case, which just so happens to be your initial burglary arrest. We were going to release you this afternoon.
Okay. The guy gave me the 20 to lie there and later said I'd been slugging. I didn't know I was no accomplice to a felony.
Did he say where he was going?
To catch up with this old drunk they let out a couple hours ago.
Lieutenant, we just got a hold of Red McPherson's sister. Says she dropped him off at the YMCA about an hour ago. And she says that about 20 minutes ago, someone called her on the telephone asking the same questions we did.
All right. We'll roll some units out there.
Ludlow Niner from present position. Proceed code 3 to West Side YMCA. Murder suspect reported on premises.
This is Ludlow 9 rolling.
Ludlow 12, back up Ludlow Niner. Code 3, over.
Let's split up. We can cover it faster.
You okay?
Yeah. You know, you could have saved us all a lot of trouble if you'd have killed him over at the bridge instead of now. It would have all ended up the same way anyhow. No difference.
Difference is this time, he didn't leave us any choice.
I owe you one, Gillis.
Forget it. The kind of work we do, we all owe each other.
I'd better go have me a talk with Lieutenant Riker.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll run by and pick up Jill and grab a bucket of chicken.
And some beer. We're out of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll get the beer and I'll meet you there.
Get a lot of beer. A lot of beer.
Okay.
How much beer?
All right. Come on.
Gillis?
Hey, Lieutenant.
I guess we won't need this anymore, eh?
What's that?
Oh, I set it up with the boxing instructor. I figured 3 or 4 rounds of Gentry would work some of that steam off you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's just as well. Even with his leg in a cast, Gentry could beat the living tar out of you.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I do. Gentry's not exactly what I would call a fast thinker. He's got one hell of a right.
Yeah, well, I got a pretty good left, you know.
Well, that's all right, Gillis. I never thought of you as much of a fighter anyway. You're more of a lover, right?
What can I say?
Good. That's what the world needs more of now, isn't it?
That's right.
See you around, kid.
Okay.